on this episode of Shooting the Shit with Saints.
Round 4 to the next round. Sleeping. Speaking of the devil, Davante Adams. Now, I did some deep research for this. I went on Player Profiler. I think that's what it's called. So I'm going to read these off. All right. Davante Adams just came off 241.3 fantasy points. I did it fantasy points per week, 17.2. That is the best season by an age 32 or older receiver since Larry Fitzgerald in 2015. Let me read it again. 17.24 fantasy points is the best season by a receiver at the age of 32 years old or older since Larry Fitzgerald in 2015. Larry Fitzgerald is one of the greatest receivers that has walked the face of the planet. There is some absurd number with his drops that he had in his career. I'm not going to even try to look it up. Now, I like the talent of DA. I like the fit of DA. Puka is right there, guys. And I hate to tell you, when a franchise says bye-bye to the Triple Crown winner a couple years ago, because they got a new guy in there playing his position, returning, that's the stepping stone. That's the turning of the leaf. We believe in this guy. Let's go get him a vet, outside receiver to complement him. He is not trying to compliment that guy. That guy is complimenting this guy. Okay? I don't like it. I think everybody's in on Davante, so I'm off of him, but that isn't the reason I'm off of him. Okay? I'm simply going by aging receiver. I think the scheme has been built around slot receivers for a very long time. I do not see that changing whatsoever. Now, you may get some decent value with DA. I don't want somebody that's going to finish where I draft him most of the time, and that's what you're getting there. Okay? Peeping. There's no reasoning behind this. This is purely, I have no data to back this up because I could use the same argument with Tyreek as DA. Tyreek Hill on Peeping. One eye open. If he's there in round 4, I'm looking. I'm Jimmy Butler on the ground. I'm looking up. Okay. The real Peeping, a dude coming off a hard rookie year, Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's put up a blind resume test. One of these guys has 64 catches, 836 yards, 8 touchdowns. The other guy has 62 catches, 885 yards, and 8 touchdowns. The first guy, Marvin Harrison Jr. The second guy, Marvin Harrison Sr. Okay? Quarterback, corner, wide receiver, hard to adapt to the NFL. Hard. He's put on muscle. I think he's going to be super explosive. I think the league is now going to pay attention to Trey McBride a little bit more. I like this. He's number 7 in deep targets in the league. He had a 68% catchable target rate. 70%? I think that goes up a little bit. He got a 92 grade on PFF versus man coverage. If they man him up, he's routing them up. Okay? I just figure that he is going to be a breakout. That is my prediction. This is the breakout season. These are guys I look for in these types of rounds, 4 and 5. I am much more comfortable taking the Marvin Harrison Jr.'s of the world, where I know his floor is probably, guys, this year with a little bit of growth, probably 75 catches, 900 yards, and 8 touchdowns. I'll give him basically the same season he had last year. If I take that in the 4th round, that ain't bad. When you took him in the 2nd and 3rd round last year, that's dumb. That's just stupidity. I'm going for breakout candidates because Ladd McConkey's cool. Like, it's a low ceiling, high floor guy. I'm cool with that. But I'm trying to explode. All right. Round 5. I'm going against the public on this one. And I did not know I was going against the public till I read up on him after I put him down on the list. So I'm sticking with it, whether I'm right or wrong. I'm in on DJ Moore. Are you worried about Rome Odunze? I was trying to piece together data where I could say Rome Odunze is the guy I want out of this wide receiving core. I could not get myself to say it. Now, it's funny because all the guys, I feel like every fantasy person has been pro DJ Moore since he was a rookie. And I have always been anti DJ Moore forever. He's allergic to the end zone. I swear to God, he just doesn't produce how you want him to every year. He was quarterbackless every year of his goddamn career outside of Cam Newton. And then this year, with a newly improved offense, newly improved offensive line, Ben Johnson coming in, a quarterback who I believe in. You don't have to. He paints his nails. Oh, my God. NBA YoungBoy paints his nails. Gangsters can paint their nails, too. I'm not saying that's Caleb. What I'm saying is I think he takes on the Amon-Ra St. Brown role. If I'm just simplifying this to bro logic, I think Odunze takes that Jameson Williams role. And I think Loveland and Cole Kmet can fight over the Sam Laporta role. I'm getting articles telling me I should be worried about Luther Burden III. Now, I'm an SEC avid football watcher as a Hogs fan, right? Now, am I watching SEC football, watching Arkansas? I don't know, kind of the MAC, but if we get to 7 wins, it's a celebration in this house. I'm in love with this pick. You know why y'all don't love him? The DJ Moore used to be lovers, now haters. You're just trying to make up shit because you believed in him all these years, and he barely cracked the top 15, once? How many times? Oh, he's been 22nd or better in every year but his rookie year. He's getting drafted at wide receiver 21, 22. For once, you can draft him at his actual value. You morons have thought DJ Moore is going to be a top 10 wide receiver every year of his career. Fortunately, I never thought that way. This year, I think it's possible. Yep, I think it's possible. I think Ben Johnson knows how to exploit crossers, knows how to get his quickest, most dynamic guy with the ball, the football. He knows how to get it to him. He knows how to get them open in space. And if that isn't there, he has big plays set up for the tight ends, the outside wide receivers. I think this offense is going to rotate around DJ Moore, who is still in his prime. He's still in his prime. He's still a very good wide receiver. I never doubted the talent. I didn't want that production. I don't ever want to see a guy with 140 targets in with 900 yards. That's what happened last year. Rookie quarterback, shitty O-line. I'm willing to give it another chance. How about that? DJ Moore, I'm in on his ass. Pause. Sleeping. Saw a dumb Twitter thread the other day that said DK Metcalf could possibly finish number 1. DK Metcalf has been in the top 15 one fucking time. One fucking time. He's been in the top 15 once. He's been in the top 10 one time. I drafted him last year. He was invested in the draft. High pick. He is what he looks like. I'm not saying he's a shitty route runner. He doesn't baffle me. I watched, once again, I hate to keep going. I watched the games, dude. I watched the games. I watched enough Seattle football. He is what people thought Gabe Davis was going to end up being, right? He's like, if he catches 2 touchdowns, he's going to have a great week. But guys, listen to this shit. One, you're not losing anything with him. All right, let's just go over some things. He had 7 weeks outside of the top 50 wide receivers. He had 3 weeks inside the top 10 last season. Up, down, Gabe Davis, Curtis Samuel, deep ball threats over and over. Like, what are we doing here? They had a top 7 passing offense in yardage and attempts. And I put top 7 because they're top 6, and I couldn't put top 5. Okay? You're not losing anything by passing on him. Go get a running back in that round. Go get another receiver. Take a chance. I get it. You like his muscles. You like his smile. You're gay. You're gay. Stop picking him. He has no football skill. He's very talented. He is more talented than me, who was fat, overweight at 30 with 2 rotten knees, okay? I don't mean to say that. Hyperbolic. He is an average wide receiver in the NFL and less than average in fantasy. Please stop taking him unless it is super deep and he's like your flex play. Do not make him your wide receiver 1, 2. Please do not do that shit. Next, round 6, the last round. Who am I sleeping on? 3 out of the 5 running backs, only because of age. Data backs it up. It's on Fantasy Pros. The chart, data backs it up. They start falling off at 28. Now, these guys, and the 2 that I love, actually not love, but I'm okay with, Travion Henderson and Chuba Hubbard. Chuba goes and gets the contract. Now, I think people are not talking enough about the Jonathan Brooks spot, right? Because RB, you can go, we're paying the RB that much money. He has to play. You're not paying him big enough money where you feel obligated. I think Chuba Hubbard's going to have a great season, and mostly where he's at in round 6, I would take him again. I got him last year in like round 10. I'll take him again. Okay? I like that. I think he's going to get 1,000 yards, 8 to 10 tugs, easy. We'll go from there. I think the offense is going to be run heavy because it's Dave Canales. Once again, was one of my former offensive coordinators that we've been flying through lately. Okay. Joe Mixon, old. James Conner, very productive, old. Alvin Kamara, I avoid list. Saints, avoid list. Saints, avoid list. Saints, abort the mission in New Orleans. Okay? Beautiful city with beautiful culture. I lived right down the street from there for 3 years. It's one of the best cities in America. But they have... It's wild because when you go into New Orleans, you start driving and you see a fucking massive pile of trash in the middle. And it's I think it's called the Caesars Superdome. It's just, and then you see over to the left, you see another pile of like garbage, but you see a fat guy eating on top. It's Zion on top of the Smoothie King Arena. And they're just piles of trash inside a beautiful city, right? It's the Saints and it's the Pelicans. That's just a history lesson. It's just a history lesson on New Orleans. Best food in America by far, by the way. And that's all you can do when you're there. Because if you're rooting for the Saints, all you're going to feel is depression, offing yourself, things like that. And all you can do is drink liquor and eat fried food. So I understand the heart disease rate coming out of there. I don't want anything to do with the Saints. Next question. Peeping. Zay Flowers. Mostly with me, guys, you have to realize with Zay. Okay, I got the data. Hold on. Wait. The rate of wide receivers becoming wide receiver ones in the NFL. Third season, 34%. Second year is 29%, I believe, or 20%, one of the two. I believe the Lamar trust has gotten higher. I told y'all last year, tight ends don't last forever. They don't. Mark Andrews was hurt going into last year. Yes, he had a lot of touchdown catches. Do you think Mark Andrews is going to have 10-plus touchdowns again? I do not. Now, do I think those red zone looks are going to Zay? Possibly, but I don't think so. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm not going to say it is, but I think just overall on the board, Zay's going up over everybody. If you're a Rashad Bateman guy, in the video and get the fuck out. If you're a DeAndre Hopkins is going to interfere with his, get the fuck out. Get out. Thank you. I don't see anything impeding on Zay Flowers. Now, I think we've said this for a while. I think we've said last year, not much to fuck up his targets. And then, it doesn't happen that way. But he is one of 17 guys to score 265 fantasy points or higher in his first 2 seasons. Right? One of 17 guys. So I looked that up as well. Bing, bang, bong, motherfucker. Bing, bing, bong. Okay. So that's the video, man. I'm feeling Zay. I'm feeling CD. I'm feeling a lot of guys. The DJ Moore thing is funny because it's kind of a fantasy, conundrum, because I feel as though all the guys that loved him are now super down on him, and the guys that hated him are like, he's finally getting drafted at his value. If I can draft DJ Moore at wide receiver 21, to me, his floor is wide receiver 20, and his ceiling could be top 10 in this new offense. That's all I'm saying. So thank you all. Hey, we're coming back with another video, motherfuckers. I'm recording one right after this. I'll be wearing the same outfit. Maybe not, but I'm coming right back. I'm going to edit this down. We're going to have another video. Y'all keep subscribing. Keep commenting. Tell me I'm stupid. Tell me I'm genius. Tell me I'm the best that's ever lived. Tell me I'm the worst. I love you all. Peace, bitch.